I think the old cliche about motorcycle riders is absolutely correct. There is only two kinds of motorcyclists: those who will crash and those of us who have crashed.
Yeah, your bike did about 8 somersaults down the road.
And if you do find yourself in an emergency situation, when you open up your first aid or trauma bag, that is not the time that you want to see that something on the inside has exploded and saturated everything in a gooey, sticky mess. Or maybe your scissors are broken, or something that you need is missing, or even past its expiration date. And that's why it's so important that we continuously check our first aid and our trauma bags. A quick inspection before a ride just ensures that everything inside of our kits is actually intact, functional, and within its expiration dates. This small step can make a huge difference when every second counts. As motorcycle riders, we face a unique set of risks that goes beyond minor scrapes, bruises, and cuts. A well-stocked trauma kit should include things like a tourniquet, hemostatic agents, and even trauma shears. Having a well-stocked first aid kit, though, is only half the battle. Knowing how to use the contents inside is just as important. As a non-professional in this entire medical arena, I feel it's vital that we all take the time to get the proper first aid training. Do you know how to use things like a tourniquet or medications or expiration dates? These little nuggets of knowledge are all things that we can learn that can literally help save lives and potentially your own. Most motorcycle riders spend a lot of their time within cell phone coverage range. That way, if something bad happens, we can just call 911 for help. Maybe you're riding your Harley in the middle of the desert on an epic road trip. Or maybe you ride an adventure dual sport bike and find yourself way out in the backcountry beyond civilization and nobody has cell phone coverage. What do you do now in the case of an emergency situation? That's why I think it is so important that each of us carry a satellite communicator like a Zoleo or a Garmin InReach when we venture out beyond cell phone coverage. Not only do we have the peace of mind that we can communicate with the home front via text message or even send them our location at the end of the day, but in the worst case scenario there is an accident, we have another peace of mind that we can activate the SOS beacon and know that help is on its way. If you're like many of us and you find yourself riding with the same group of buddies all the time, take a few minutes and exchange each other's emergency contact information. And I would take that even one step further. I would create a group within your contacts of all your riding buddies and all the emergency contacts. That way, if the worst case does happen and you're finding yourself pumped up full of adrenaline or maybe in a state of shock, you can easily navigate your phone to the proper numbers of the people that you need to call. This kind of preparation just ensures that we're ready for whatever scenario that we find ourselves in. Whether we're riding close to the house in town or we find ourselves on an epic moto adventure well beyond civilization. The proper first aid training and having a communication plan in place is one of the more responsible things that we as a moto community can do for one another. If you like this video and maybe learned something from it, can you do me a solid and go down below, smash the old like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and then let's get down into the comment section for a community-based conversation. Before watching this video, was your first aid kit up to date? Or did you watch this video and go check it out and learn, oh boy, I've got stuff expired or missing or broken? Or have you had a situation where you needed to actually use your stuff in an emergency situation like I have? All things I'm very, very curious to see what you guys have to say. And until next time, friends, remember to ride safe, eat more pancakes, and okay, bye.